Hey guys, it's Laura. Today I'm just going to share a little bit about my background and why I chose Texas Tech for college and why I decided to pursue nursing. So, why I chose Tech, my family went there. I have a lot of family ties back to there. My mom went there, cousins, and then I also had a lot of relational ties through my church community. And then it was also a great place cost-wise to go because they had in-state tuition and they also offer scholarships, academic and eligibility-based. So it was really a good choice financially as well. Also, it wasn't too far from my family. I live in the Dallas Metroplex, but it also wasn't like super close either, so that was kind of a push for me to go somewhere to focus on studying. And then I really loved campus when I went and toured it, and I loved just the buildings and just the school spirit that I saw. Another big reason why I chose Tech is because they have a very competitive nursing program, and I decided to follow that path, and I am going to do the Health Science Center's traditional BSN program, which is a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. So for me, I did 2 years of pre-nursing prerequisite classes, and then now that I'm accepted into the nursing program, I'll take more rigorous courses and clinical classes. And then a little bit on why I chose nursing. For me, I've always just kind of wanted to serve others and care for others with what I do. And I feel like I'm pretty empathetic towards others and what they need. So nursing is just a great avenue for that. I was also interested in the healthcare at an early age and just kind of like the science and the anatomy behind it. It's fascinating to me how there's so many different parts of the human body and they all work like together and they have to function a certain way. It's crazy. So that was interesting for me as well. And then I think a big reason if you want to be a nurse that can be rewarding is you get to develop a lot of relationships with your patients and just develop like trust, which can make like the long hours and the tough demands of the job more worth it. And then something to consider about nursing is you can't really be too afraid of a lot of blood, and it's not for everyone, but if you're passionate about something, it's definitely rewarding to follow that kind of career path. And then why I chose Tech's nursing program. So Tech has a health sciences center, and I chose the Lubbock campus, and they have the BSN program that I mentioned. And I wanted to do a BSN traditional program versus an RN program because BSN is a bachelor's certificate, and so you would make more income out of school, and you would have a bachelor's degree, and it's just like the standard 4 years of nursing school, so it's not a tough demand. And then another thing is the semesters are consecutive, so they're back to back. So I'm starting this summer, and I will continue through summer, fall, next spring, and then next summer, and then I'll graduate. So it is back to back, but they don't really miss anything. You're still learning everything you need. It's a very competitively ranked school. It's one of the top schools in Texas for nursing. They have a lot of high pass rates and success stories from their school. A lot of people go on in their nursing careers and they have very successful career paths. And then they do also offer a lot of challenging courses, and hands-on experience. So nursing students get to experience clinicals through UMC Hospital in Lubbock, which is a very high rated hospital in Texas. And so it's just a great opportunity to actually be in the hospital and experiencing hands-on what you're learning. And then some tips I have if you are going to be a nursing major in the future is to get organized. This is really a great tip for any major, but a planner is great if you need to keep up with due dates. You're going to have a lot of them, so it's important to go ahead and keep up with the syllabus and just go ahead and be ready for those due dates. And then another thing is to be realistic with your goals, because it is a new learning curve, and so it is kind of challenging at first, but you do get the hang of it. So just be realistic with the goals you set regarding grades and just how well you measure success. And then you really do have to want this, and you have to put in the effort if you want to succeed and be a nurse. Because if you don't really want it, you're not going to really put in all the hours you need to study and to know what you're doing to be a nurse, because you can't just fake being a nurse. You actually have to know what you're doing in order to care for each patient and adapt to their needs. Another tip while you're in college, study groups. Those are super helpful, especially for your challenging science courses, and use resources that the campus provides. So like the Texas Tech Library has practice skeletons for anatomy to go over each of the bones. So just like use the resources on campus. There's a free tutoring center, so just use those resources as well. And then your science GPA does matter a lot for getting into nursing school. I wouldn't say it's the most important thing, but it is something to look at and to take your science courses very seriously, because they will look at that. And then just to prepare for nursing, they look at your volunteer work and they look at your shadowing experience. So they want to make sure that you are volunteering either in a hospital or a nursing home, or just in the community, that you're doing local outreach. That's important. And then shadowing is also a great way to get some experience by following around other nurses, and they can connect you in the future to possible job opportunities. So it's a great way to get your foot in the door. And then one major thing as well is to practice your interview skills, because you do have to interview for nursing school. So the Texas Tech Career Center, they do mock interviews, and those are super helpful. I use that, I know, for my interview, and they really gave me some good tips. So just reach out and use your resources. But let me know if you have any other questions. I'd be happy to answer them. Thanks for listening. Bye.